Hey everyone, this is Brandon. I've got an interesting tip for you on creating interlocking boxes using Adobe Illustrator. These boxes would then be, the files will then be taken to your laser cutter and you can create boxes of any shape and size. So let me start with a rectangle. Now the rectangle dimensions need to be divisible by the width of your material. I'm using 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood, so I need to stick with simple dimensions. So I'm going to do 2 inches by 4 inches, or we'll do 3.5 inches. Okay, so that's my rectangle that I'm going to work with. Now my stroke is where we do this. I make a dashed line. I want to make sure that it has this preserves exact dash. I'll show you that here in a second. We want to make sure that the dash length is the same as the width of the material. 9 points is equivalent to 1/8 inch, but you can just type in 0.125 IN and it will give you the same result. Okay, so then I come up here and I want to double my width, see how it goes on both sides of the line. Now, this works better having it aligned to the center than having it on the outside, especially when we come to unusual shapes. Okay, so once I have that set up, if I were to do it here, you'd see that it kind of does a little funky thing around the corners, and that makes it so that they won't line up. You won't have any two boxes that will, at the edges will line up. But doing it here, they offset, so the left side and the right side, and it will make it interlock. Okay, so those are the settings of our dashed line. Then I need to make sure that the fill is the same as the stroke, and I come up to Object, Path, Outline Stroke. And once I have that, then I go to Window Pathfinder, or here in the Properties pane is the Pathfinder, and I hit Unite. And then swap my thing, and I now have my box. This is one side of the box, and this is already set up to be fully interlocking all the way around. So I can print off 3 of these or 4 of these and make myself a box. But if I'm going to do 6 and I want to have a base, that's where I can make a hexagon. So we'll pull a hexagon in for this, and we'll do the same thing for a hexagon real quick. Okay, so the width of the hexagon is twice the length of the side. That's the formula. So we've got ourselves our box, and then again, stroke, we make that 18, and we stroke dashed line, and we've got ourselves all our settings. So that's done. And then we need to make sure that the fill's the same, and then Object, Path, Outline Stroke, and we unite. Okay, so now we line it up to see how well it works. And as you can see, they don't line up perfectly. Well, that's not a problem. All you have to do is come up here to Object, Transform, and Reflect. And now we'll do a vertical reflection, and look, they line up perfectly. So now I have my interlocking boxes, and they will interlock with the base, and it's already lined up so that it will interlock all the way around. And that's how you do it. Super, super easy. I wish I'd known this years ago.